I have to do those ancient exercises to calm down. And you know, when I have to calm down, it means I'm fired up. I get so fired up about new music that I want to do a video immediately. And I generally have to fight that urge because I'm at my best when I'm just doing a few records, when I'm talking about a few titles. I've got like 8 or 9 bangers in the last 3 weeks that I'm coming out of my skin to talk to you about. By the way, I still don't know where to shoot in this new room. I feel like I like this aesthetic, like washed out. I feel like I'm in John and Yoko's guest room at that house where he wrote Imagine. It was like all white. Is it Connecticut? I don't know. I thought he lived in the New York. Maybe he had a house. That all white house. That's where I feel like I'm at. Yoko, invite me. So this is the most comfortable. So that's why I'm doing it here. But anyways, I get so fired up, and I used to do something called the vinyl soup, which was not very popular. Many very wise people slid into my DMs and told me it's going to be too much, and they did not know what I go through on a daily basis, and they were right. It is too much. So I'm going to do something more for the casuals. Okay, you're not a casual when you watch these videos. You don't need me to get you fired up about music. You're just like me, or even buy the vinyl. You don't need my encouragement, okay? But I do want to do something in a shorter form on Instagram or other socials, just called Rev Reviews, where I get people fired up to listen to all types of music. Some of it very popular, maybe some of it not so popular or a little esoteric. But on these videos, I think I'm at best when I do somewhat deep dive on a few records. But I'll be honest with you, I got like 8 or 9 that I would love to go through. But I'm just going to do a couple, and I'm going to relate them to an old friend. Now, one trend I do notice on the VC, okay? I'm going to try to say this as nice as possible, is it's just showing, okay, their most valuable things, okay? It becomes a measuring contest. And everyone's like, I got this is so rare, and this is worth so much money, and this is worth so much money. Let me tell you something right now. I could do a live stream for 8 hours of just showing you the craziest shit you've ever seen. One thing's the doors. I always hear people show me door shit, okay? Oh, I got this first pressing mono, I got this first doors, and the guy's sheet of acid is literally a sheet of acid still in there from when you listened to the Doors the first time. Look, I'm wearing Robbier Krieger's shirt, dude, okay? And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, this is literally Robbier Krieger's shirt, and you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it till you put the B-52s in the Hall of Fame, you fucking cowards. Do it, Robbie, do it! That's going to be the worst edit ever. By the way, my monkey brain keeps telling me it's getting light, dark, and that's because of the clouds. I apologize if things are getting dark. One of the reasons why I wanted to shoot here is because I didn't have to set up a light, but apparently I did. First record I want to show you, Water Damage. So I'll get close since it's getting dark. 2 songs, big ensemble from Austin, Texas on the 12 by U label. Or 12 times U, I don't know. Which I believe, I haven't done a ton of homework, but I believe it's Jared Cosley's label, experimental label. And you might know him from all kinds of great things he's done in music. One thing is, I think he got Pavement on the map. He'd probably be humble about that, but you got Pavement on the map, and we're all better for that. But this is his label, and Water Damage. And a credit, their first release is very good. This is really, really good. It's better than their first one, in my humble opinion. And because it's such a big group, I didn't look up the members. And to their credit, all I do is listen to this. But it's low-key supergroup. Like if there's ever a low-key supergroup, it would be this group. So it's some fascinating members in this band from groups you've listened to. But again, it's big. One of the guys used to be in Swans, and he builds his own instruments, which is really fascinating because I don't know what instruments they're using on this record. I know they're using drums. That's about it. But it's this grinding, drone, repetitive nature that I absolutely love. And rock, I'm using rock as a noise rock, at least, as a bass. I'm not sure what they would call themselves. It's definitely experimental. But it really flows into minimalism and things that maybe Tortoise played with or other people played with, but more on a hardcore or noise level. I was telling Dom, he's got the amazing channel Seeking a Thread. You should really subscribe to that. You probably already are. But Dom, I was telling Dom that it reminded me of the visceral reaction or visceral rock reaction I had when I first heard Helmet on Amphetamine Reptile Records. I'm really dating myself. But that same heaviness, repetitiveness, taking Sabbath, and just when you don't think rock, and maybe because I'm a fossil and I'm not hearing enough, but just when you don't think rock can do anything refreshing, someone bends it and twists it and puts it in a house of mirrors. And that's what Helmet did early on. Water Damage does that. Absolutely does that. Everywhere I go, I shill this. When I pick up my Chinese food, I shill this. When I go to the grocery store, I shill this. When I go to Home Depot, I shill this. When I get a mani-pedi, I shill this. Also, it reminded me too, not music-wise, but Vinyl Richie some years ago, because they're all blending because of COVID. It's getting really dark now. He was really stoked about Alien Nose Job. And I picked that up because when I streamed it, I was like, this is amazing. This is what I need to have. And Water Damage is like that. Absolutely my favorite release of 2023. It's got an amazing label. Good Lord, it's going to rain. Fuck this. Fuck that. It's just great. I like to play with these things in my head. It's like if Tibetan monks went hardcore and just had it with the CCP. But it just has that feel. It has that Eastern feel, but that noise rock feel and repetitive and spiritual feel too. It's just absolutely fantastic. Water Damage. Another one of my favorite releases of the year, who was completely new to me, is a woman from Spain. Her name is Susana Hernandez, but she goes by the name Ylia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ylia. So someone can help me if you're from Spain. And the Baltmont label, two guys out of Barcelona, their label. Beautiful artwork. The title is called Ami Agura, which in Japanese means lifts rain. She doing a little research. I've done more research on her than Water Damage, purely because it's one person. But she's had some tough times the last couple of years, so it really influenced this record. Now, she has credentials. She has one other release that I listened to, but it's cassette only. But she has credentials on some other remarkable stuff, and primarily electronic, if not all electronic. But this incorporates some acoustic instruments. She plays piano, there's flute, there's some strings, and she blends it in with her electronic magic. And I don't know anything about the mastering, the engineer, who cares? But someone worked magic on this. This is enormous. It just fills up your room. It's giant soundscapes. The decay of the acoustic instruments is remarkable. It's like spilt milk on a table. It just goes and goes and goes with the decay. Yet she incorporates electronic music brilliantly with it. It does have a darker, I don't want to say sinister vibe, but it's ominous at times, and it really draws you in. But it just, out of my speakers, it's enormous. it's absolutely enormous. I can't recommend this enough. Beautiful cover. Ylia a mi agora. Absolutely brilliant. I got this at Forced Exposure, I believe, so it's a bit of a blind buy. Just reading about it and streaming it at first, and love it. I said 2 new ones and an old friend. Terry, Riley, and C. You all know this. I got this Pure Pleasure version of this for a song, like 15 bucks. And I had to try it because I heard such great things about it. And as far as like audiophile pressings go, or the audiophile treatment, this type of music generally doesn't get it. But reading on Discogs and talking to a few people who aren't big audiophiles per se, said that this pressing is absolutely incredible, and it is absolutely beautiful. And again, kind of reaching back to Water Damage, you know, that minimalism that I listen to a lot now has some roots in African drumming or India or Southeast Asia, or others draw also from classical music like Terry. But Terry, Riley, and C, Pure Pleasure, I think the year was 2017. They're not available at retail, but as far as resale goes and eBay and other places, I did see them quite a bit. And you can get them for a decent price, if not under retail. And Pure Pleasure does a great job. I have some Pharoah Sanders by them and some other great records, but this was great to get. So Terry, Riley, in C, a classic, but I wanted to talk about the new version I got. So that's it. Hope you're having a good day. I don't even know if you can see me now, but I really, really enjoy doing new music videos, and I always appreciate you watching my videos. Take care.